welcome to MTOK News, bringing you information of the Christian world. I'm your national news anchor, Dustin Pfeiffer. And for our first story tonight, Texas Governor Abbott and the Texas CPS have both agreed and declared that any transgender surgeries that will cause gender reassignments for minors, meaning anybody who's 18 and below, will be considered and acted upon as child abuse. Any allegations of such will be immediately investigated and proper actions will be taken. The reasoning for this, according to Masters, who is the director of the Texas CPS, states as this: such mutilation may cause a genuine threat of substantial harm from physical injury to the child. In general, mutilation of a child through reassignment surgery is child abuse, subject to all rules and procedures pertaining to child abuse. Now, however, they did give a clarification to this, and giving stipulations for such actions to be taken. And this is coming from Masters, again, the director for CPS. It may be warranted for the following conditions, including, but not limited to, a child whose body parts have been affected by illness or trauma, who is born with a medically verifiable genetic disorder of sexual development, such as the presence of both ovarian and testicular tissue, or who does not have the normal sex chromosome structure for male or female as determined through genetic testing. Now, I do affirm and agree that Texas did make the right move in this, because children, as we all know, psychologically are not fit to make life-changing decisions. Their brains have not fully formed. Now, as an adult, if they want to do so, that is their choice. But as a minor, they are under the guardianship of their parents, and even still, they cannot have gender reassignment surgery until they're above the age of 18, so that they can properly physically develop. Now on to our next story. The Senate blocks taxpayer-funded abortions. Now, this is known as a Hyde Amendment, which it has to be passed annually, which has seen support from multiple presidents since Jimmy Carter, and even Democratic presidents, including Jimmy Carter, as well as Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. And both pro-choice presidents signed the budgets that included the Hyde Amendment. Now, the reason for this is because there is an understanding that not everyone will ever agree with abortion, and the enforcement of taxpayer dollars to go to that violates human rights. And as a person who is pro-life, I can understand, and I am glad to see this amendment be passed. And there were 49 Republicans and one Democratic senator who have agreed to this. The one Democratic senator is Joe Manchin. And as quoted, "We should all be able to agree. No American should be forced to pay for an abortion through taxpayer dollars." This comes from Senator Langford, who is the one who proposed the Hyde Amendment. And just because a child is inside the womb does not mean they should be treated any differently by law. My amendment restates the long-term agreement that no taxpayer dollars fund an abortion, and no American should be punished for refusing to participate in an abortion. That should not be controversial. And I thank him and respect that the Senate is understanding of all the people's rights. However, Biden supported the Hyde Amendment before he ran for president, but currently he is against it. Now, if there's any more information, I'll make sure to bring this to you. And we'll continue to follow the story if any more developments do occur. Now we're going to go over to John with our international news report.
All right. Well, thank you, Dustin, for those reports. We'll be sure to follow those up with prayer and keep you guys posted on them. And now we will do your international reports for the week. So our first report comes from Pakistan, and this is very disturbing. An 8-year-old boy, whose name we have kept private, has been charged with blasphemy for urinating on a rug in a religious library. Pakistan's notorious blasphemy laws carry the potential for the death penalty, which this boy could potentially face. Currently, he is under protective custody, and his family is in hiding. A wave of Islamic violence directed towards Hindus, the boy was Hindu, has sprung up because of this incident. A mob destroyed a Hindu temple after this happened. For the record, we at Many Tribes One Kingdom condemn violence against anyone. We are not Hindu and never will be, but that does not mean that we as Christians will just stand aside and watch this violence unfold. We condemn this violence, and we ask that you continue to pray for this boy and his family. Now we have a lighter report from Indonesia. We have some good news. International Christian Concern, ICC, have been providing assistance to Kayona. If I do mispronounce this name, I do apologize greatly. So he has been focusing on breeding catfish for food for the local population, as well as teaching them necessary skills to combat hunger. He's a Christian, and he has stated, the financial assistance ICC provided to us has been used in holistic services with a catfish rearing program using a tarpaulin system. This program is a way to approach local communities in the area where we live with the good news. It covers the cost of the facilities we are using to reach out to local residents. We thank you for the prayer and funding support from the ICC. May Jesus bless you. We honestly think a report like this is phenomenal. It's good to see the work our brothers and sisters are engaged in across the globe, especially in this time where so much bad is going on. It's nice to see this. So we want to thank God for Kayona, and we also want to thank God for the people at International Christian Concern who have helped him. And, you know, International Christian Concern has indirectly helped us here at Many Tribes One Kingdom as well. And our last report comes from China, where more arrests of house church leaders have been taking place. So the names of the persecuted are, we're going to read you their names, Wang Nanghai, Wan Hengzui, Han Zulai, and Zai Zifeng. I apologize if I have mispronounced anyone's name. They were charged with illegal business operations. All four belong to the same house church school group, which was also targeted in May of this year when 6 others belonging to it were arrested. Those 6 were recently released on bail. During the raid, officers confiscated items belonging not only to the church and school, but to the individuals who were arrested. This is honestly nothing new for China. The Communist Party has made their antagonism towards Jesus and his followers very well known. Too often, Christians are arrested and detained for simply having church and worshiping God. So as always, we ask that you please continue to pray for our brothers and sisters in these situations. Please continue to watch over them. And please continue to ask God to open the hearts of the persecutors so that they will realize what they're doing. All right, that does it for your international report. We're going to head over now to your hot topic of the week. Thank you guys for sticking with us.
Thank you guys for sticking with us throughout all of our news segments. Now we're going to go over to I would argue, our most fun time during MTOK news, where you can see the real us, or let me correct that, the more emotional side of us when it comes to what's going on in the world today. Our hot topics. So, John, what is our hot topic for this week?
Okay, hot topic for the week. All right, so the CDC director, in several statements, has referred when encouraging pregnant women to take the wasn't it the COVID-19 vaccine?
Yes.
Yes. Instead of referring to them as pregnant women, chose to refer to them as pregnant people.
Yeah.
And this comes in relation to the fact that earlier this year, you know, this comes right on the heels of the fact that, you know, they tried to replace the term mother with birthing parent.
Birthing people.
It was birthing parent.
Oh, it was? Oh.
Yeah, it was birthing parent, but now it's pregnant people.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm kind of confused.
And what this is that this is, again, a continuation of the pushing of the agenda that not only women can have children, which is scientifically impossible. Only women can have children.
Well, it's not just that. They're trying to be more inclusive towards women who identify as male. And they're just trying to make them feel more inclusive. And as I was in discussion with John earlier today about this, I told him, I said, don't hear what I'm saying. I do not accept the ideology of the LGBTQ community. But I understand what they're trying to do, as, you know, understanding they're trying to be more inclusive for them. But you're being more inclusive by excluding another group. And the issue is, women's activists have been fighting for generations for women's rights, and this is going to clash with them. And I hate to say this, but this is going to divide a lot of people who even fought on the same side at one point or another, because this is completely ridiculous. Because only biological women can have children. That is a scientific fact. I understand if you if you have if you have something in your brain telling you that you're a male. I'm sorry to hear that, but you are biologically female, so you are the only one who can actually who can bear a child. And I don't claim to understand what women go through when it comes to pregnancy or childbirth, but I will say that this offends me as a male. This offends me because I can't have children.
Well, and even going further than that, this is. I for one view this as incredibly disrespectful to women, because this is something that women have. This is an experience that as a man I will never experience. I do pray to have children one day, and of course, I will be there for the mother of my children as she's giving birth. I will be there for my wife as she's giving birth,
and as she's breaking your hand.
Thank you, Dustin. Thank you for that. Yes, Dustin.
Okay, look, I'm just trying to
as she's breaking my hand. Thank you.
I'm just trying to help everybody else who's a man who's actually had, who's been with their wife during childbirth. They understand.
Anyway, so we're ignoring Dustin for a moment. So, of course, I plan to be there, and of course, I will be there, and of course, I can. I've been told I'm very empathic. I can feel what other people feel. I can sympathize with them. But even then, I can't say I understand it. I don't. It's an experience as a man I will never have. And I applaud women who go through it. Like, I applaud women because they are strong. Like, yes. The thought of even thinking about something like that would give me an anxiety attack. So the fact that they do this, it's incredible. And I just find it offensive that because they want to come across as more inclusive and stuff, they want to change they want to change facts. Here's the facts. If you can raise a child in your body biologically, naturally, with no added stuff, then you are a woman. And I'm going to be not as nice as Dustin when I say that.
And, and I'm going to say this too. I feel so sorry for all the women who, throughout generations and to now, who have fought for women's rights. I'm so sorry that this has happened now. But I hope this encourages you to keep fighting for women's rights at the federal level. Now, yes. if you want to be more inclusive, I can understand that. If you want to make sure that they feel comfortable, and when I say they, I mean people in the LGBTQ community. If you want to make them feel more comfortable, that's fine. Like, I'm not mad about that. But what I will say, don't sacrifice your own rights to make somebody else feel more comfortable. Because if you're going to feel more uncomfortable and your rights are going to be oppressed more and for someone else's to be increased, then that's an issue. And you need to keep fighting on that issue. Though again, I understand if you feel both ways on that.
Again, we get it. Now, of course, we will never support it.
Right.
We do not support this as Christians. We cannot. Mm-hmm. We cannot support the agenda of the LGBTQ community. Mm-hmm. We can sympathize. We can love them. We can talk to them and stuff. But there are certain things obviously we cannot do. We cannot support this.
Right. So I think that's an end of a hot topic.
Yeah, it's a bit of a short one for you guys this week. Hope you enjoyed.
If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, because this is our realist segment on here, go down in the comment section below and let us know what you feel on this topic. Do you agree with the usage of pregnant people as a substitute for a pregnant woman? Or do you go against it, or are you neutral on it? Please do let us know down in the comment section. We do want to hear your opinion on this. Yeah. And now we're going to go over to our media report for this week.
All right, and now let's do your media report for the week. So the top 10 Christian songs of this week, as seen by the numbers. At number 10, we have Rattle, the live version by Elevation Worship, released April 24th, 2020. Number 9, we have Jireh, featuring Chandler Moore and Naomi Rain by Elevation Worship and Maverick City Music, released March 26, 2021. At number 8, we have Look What You've Done by Tasha Layton, released April 16th, of 2021. At number 7, we have Hold On To Me by Lauren Daigle, released February 26th of 2021. At number 6, we have You Say by Lauren Daigle, released July 13th of 2018. Wow. At number 5, we have Relate by For King and Country, released August 6th, 2021. At number 4, we have Be Alright by Evan Kraft, Danny Goki, and Ready Me Too, released September 11th, 2020. At number 3, we have Tremble, the live version by Lauren Daigle, released August 6th of 2021. At number 2, we have My Jesus by Ann Wilson, released April 16th of 2021. And at number 1, for this week, we have Scars in Heaven by Casting Crowns, released June 4th of 2021. That does it for your media report. Let's head on over now to your organization of the week.
Thank you for sticking with us, and now we'll go over to our organization of the week. For this week, we will be covering Young Life. Now, Young Life, as you can tell by the title, works to bring the gospel of Jesus Christ to middle school, high school, and college-age teens and young adults. They do this through fun and engaging, as well as adventurous programs. And in their preamble of the Statement of Faith, it says this: "We, the members of the Young Life Mission, trustees, staff, instructors at Young Life schools, and volunteers, join together in our affirmation of the following articles and our central purpose of proclaiming the gospel of Jesus Christ and introducing adolescents everywhere to Jesus Christ and helping them grow in their faith." Now, there are a whole list of articles that are on their website at younglife.org. If you would like to read them, you are more than welcome to go to their site if you would like to support their mission or like to get involved with their mission. Again, you can access that through their website, which is, again, younglife.org. Thank you for watching MTOK News. God bless you, and have a good day.